Hello and welcome to Among the Brine, where the Utah Historical Society brings Utah history and culture to the surface. My name is Tim Glenn. I'm the museum director for the Museum of Utah, and this is Haille
VanPatten.
Today we have a very special guest for you. His name is Matt Basso, professor of history from the University of Utah. Let's bring him on out. Matt Basso! Yay! Thank you.
Nice to see you. Good to be here in the lake.
It's so great to have you
Yeah.
in the lake. Among the Brine, if you will.
This is not my first lake interview. Did I mention that?
Oh, no.
No, that's not true. This is. Okay.
Matt, we'll start out with a serious question. This is where we ask serious questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
What inspired you to pursue a career in history, and what led you to the University of Utah?
Oh, I like both of those. So as an undergraduate, I switched majors many times. Yeah, started as medieval Renaissance, had no language skills. So
a lot of jobs in medieval Renaissance.
Exactly. Did some really poor work in Old English. Went through regular English, and then I got kind of excited about history, right? And I had a couple of really excellent faculty members at the small liberal arts college I attended. Go Vassar Brewers. And they kind of showed me that there were so many different ways of pursuing history, right? There were so many different kinds of sources and artifacts that let us see this kind of remarkable and complicated story that I think most of us have fallen in love with, but that we probably didn't really know existed in high school. And then I taught elsewhere. I taught in Virginia for a while, and this job came open. I'd skied here years previously. I was like, oh, maybe we should apply, because my wife is also an academic. And so we applied to jobs and got super lucky to land here, our home, the Great Salt Lake, in all its bounty, in its incredible depth, right? Yes.
Well, we love that, and we're so happy you're here. And since you brought up Vassar College, I feel like we should talk about it. I would like you to rank these notable Vassar alumni from favorite to least favorite:
Solid.
Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, and Jane Fonda.
Okay. I'm gonna go Jane Fonda favorite. Meryl Streep, because she was a big deal when I was at Vassar. She still is a big deal, and a remarkably talented actress, as are all three. And then Anne Hathaway, who I have no beef with whatsoever. But yeah, I'm going to go with the first two.
Okay.
She's going to be, I mean, no, she's great too. No offense to her.
Matt, you are famously a twin. What's your brother thinking right now?
Right now, my brother is thinking, do I want fish for dinner, or should we do some other kind of strange Croatian dish? Because he's in Croatia right now, which makes me insanely jealous.
In a quick lightning round,
Yeah.
do you know what was the first university in the state of Utah?
Sure. University of Deseret.
Wow. You came prepared. Someone studied.
Wow.
We hope you get that one right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the, you studied 8 hours for this?
I studied.
Quiz?
I've been
He studied for the
studying
quiz.
for 20 years, I like to think, Tim.
You are a known fan of smelters. What is the best smelter you've ever seen?
Wow. See? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, asking a mining historian to rank smelters, that's just not easy.
Well, do it, please.
What is my favorite smelter? Well, obviously my favorite smelter is right here, baby. Thank you for setting that up. I mean, mwah! Look at that glorious facility right there.
It's truly
Turning
beautiful.
ore into electricity so you can brush your teeth at night, Tim. That smelter
Are
is
you
my
assuming
favorite
I have an
smelter.
electric toothbrush?
Of
You
course
would be
you
right.
do. Look at your teeth. They're magnificent.
Matt, in 2015, you chaired a Western History Association session on labor history and working class history in the West. In this session, you said, quote, "It's fair to say that labor history has played an increasingly minor part in Western history. Over the last decade," end quote, "over the last decade, do you think historians have had a measurable impact on the way labor history is incorporated into the narrative of the West?"
Tim, hard hitting,
Thank
as
you.
always, right? Pushing me to my limits of my cognitive abilities. That is to remember 2015. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really intriguing question, right? I would like to think that Western historians have paid more attention, again, to class and socioeconomic status. And I think they have to some degree, often though intersecting it, and this is good, with other kind of prominent topics, for example, environmental history or borderlands history. But I do think that we need to do more still. There are certainly fantastic scholars that have done really cool and important work bringing class back into the story of Western history. But I think what's really going to happen is our students are going to demand this. This is a generation of students that don't see the same possibilities in their lives as perhaps we have or our parents have. They're wondering about their futures. They're wondering about the American dream, and they're looking at the history of labor and labor organizing as a point of information and inspiration.
So if you could design a history course on any topic, no matter how niche, which would you choose?
I mean, maybe Tim's career as a musician would be one possibility.
Matt, thank you so much for joining us here on Among the Brine, where we bring Utah's history and culture to the surface. We'll see you all next time on Great Salt Lake Public Access Radio. For Haille, VanPatten,
Patten.
I'm Tim Glenn, and this has been Among the Brine.